Welcome to Chapter 9. Dance. Did you know, earlier in the forest there was a wire tangled in the wire, so I went to remove it. Dana Ko boys did not say that, it was like a lightning flashed all over the wire to my broken stomach. It's like all the boys are running wild because they're dead or worse, explained Durgappa. Narayan said, one day there will be a season for that too. Satur se libido ed noimaka Maria. Poli mundadu now Tipana is gone. I know very well that this is what this job is for. Go to Hungary and give a complaint to Forest Nori, said Narayan. That Ganchali man Nagaraja has taught you all the wisdom. You are not saying that you have given me a piece of paper, but how is he talking? Something should be given in writing. Did you see that the elephant is shaking? You give me writing and spend time wandering around the court. Narayan worriedly said, Hengar Eigenmadodo Durgana. Go and open the line and Tipana's henna should come down. It is not that easy. 2 days after death, but the henna has been damaged and there is no stone. 26 wires are entangled inside. It is not possible to take it without cutting the wire, said Durgappa with concern in the vein of a monologue. Neither the support of the caste line nor the protection of the politicians helped the elephant, it went about its daily routine as if nothing had happened. No one had such anger or hatred towards the elephant. Similarly, there was no love and trust. The elephant was slowly getting convicted by everyone's patriotism, which was brought up at the end of their conversation. Once the elephant went to the forest, the attitude of the people of Yako town changed. No one wanted the truth. There was no need for justice. Even the elephant had no sense of it. It could not stop Shek, creating dust on the road and flapping her ears. I saw that all the people of the town were looking for a way out of their mental disorders. A couple more incidents took place before the whole assembly came together and shouted to shoot the elephant. A strange phenomenon happened in the backyard of Subhana's house in Halikappa. Halikappa comes between Mudagar and Manajungli in its background. Subhana, who was sleeping in the farmhouse, suddenly heard many dogs barking in the backyard of the house at night. Wondering where so many dogs came to the backyard of his house, Subhana came out with a lantern to see what the commotion was. Shouting, Hasha, to drive away the dogs that were rioting near the barn, Subhana walked towards it and the barn poles were broken and some sort of rustling sound was heard in the dark and a group of dogs were barking and running behind it. The entire roof of the barn collapsed in front of Suban's eyes, who was watching in horror. Several goats inside the barn started bleeding. Neighbors and servants quickly moved the fallen tree and pulled out the goats, some of which died. Assuming that only an animal like an elephant could pull down the barn and run away, he decided that if he had to steal the goat's fodder, it must be Krishna Gowda's elephant. Subhana shouted to the audience of the neighboring house, who were standing there showing compassion, let it face it one more time, you will beat it. Okay, that's it. He did not seem to find peace in his mind without someone being punished for his injustice. On the same day night, Abbas's lorry, which was carrying contraband to Shiv Gowda's sawmill, hit a goni tree near the road and got trapped between the logs and the goni trees. Abbasi, who was leaving a loaded lorry, suddenly started crawling. The cleaner took the steering wheel from his pocket, put the steering wheel on him, put the steering wheel in his hand, put it on his mouth and pulled a stick. Extinguished the stick by blowing on its smoke. Looking forward, a large trunk of a tree was thrusting straight in front of the lorry. However, it was not too far. Shouting, Hey Krishna, stop steering, he put his hand on the steering wheel and tried to turn the lorry's nose towards the road. But Krishna did not look like he had a pair of on his body. The only thing the driver said was to hold the steering wheel, something in his head. It was too late that Abbasi, who was holding the steering wheel in a diamond fist and was swaying helplessly in the commotion, had to brake. As soon as the lorry hit the tree, the heavy blocks at the back broke the cabin and came forward. Both the cleaner and the driver died on the spot when they got caught between the tree and the blocks. On my way to Mudagar in the morning, I met Subhana at the accident site. He wakes up in the morning and goes to see what the animal has dropped in his crib by its footprints. Chapter 10 will be continued.